Hello, and welcome to the Black Wellness Exchange podcast, where today, oh my gosh, I have the great blessing to be able to share space here with Dr. J from 42 Clicks Chiropractic Care right here in Colorado Springs. So, Dr. J, tell me, where are you located in Colorado Springs?
I'm in Northeast Colorado Springs.
Northeast Colorado Springs. Okay, cool. All right. Gotta make sure everyone in the Springs knows where you are and how to get to you. So I'm gonna jump right in. We have some questions. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. So first, can you share a bit about what directed you to chiropractic care? What inspired you to be in that profession? Why did you choose it?
So I actually wanted to be a pediatrician.
Okay.
I've wanted to be a pediatrician since I was 5.
Oh.
But I also had questions about medications and kind of vaccines, and I'd always ask my mom, like, why do we have to do this? Why do we have to take that? And she's like, that's just way of life. You just do it and you move on.
Okay.
And so when I went to college, I was a psychology major, and I figured I will just figure it out as it kind of go. And the summer before my freshman year, I was in a car accident.
Oh no.
Went to a chiropractor, and I thought chiropractors were for car accidents. That was the only time my mom went. And so I went, I got adjusted, and then when school started, I switched chiropractors up to Flagstaff. And before he released me, he said, if you ever need us again, we're here for you. And I thought, I don't plan on being in any more car accidents, so, whatever.
Right.
And so my sophomore year, I had to do a biomedical professions class, and she had one of her ex-students come in, and he was talking about his journey with getting into med school and taking MCATs and how hard it was, and then you had to have 4.0, you had to volunteer, you had to do all the things, and I left that class crying because I was like, I'm just trying to survive college. Like, I don't have time to play a sport, volunteer, do all the things. Like, I am not going to make it. I'm never going to get into med school. I'm not going to be a doctor. And so the next week she had a chiropractor come speak, and I wasn't going to go to class because been there, done that. I knew all about it. And so I only went to class because she gave points for attendance. And, I need my points just in case I'm going to medical school. I got to keep that 4.0, whatever. And so I went to class, and he was talking, and it was just stuff that I had never heard that I didn't get from my chiropractors while I was in treatment. And the very last story he told was about the birth of his daughter. And he said when she was born, she was blue, she was unresponsive, and the nurse handed him his daughter and was like, you know what to do with her. And he's like, I adjusted her, and all the color came back. She started screaming, and it was literally like the heavens opened up and the angels were singing. And I was like, yes, exactly. And I was like, I'm going to be a chiropractor. That's what I'm going to do. And so I left class. I called my mom, and I was like, I'm going to be a chiropractor. And so during the summers, I would shadow chiropractors, but I still didn't get it. Like, I didn't know what they did, but I just knew that that's what I needed to do. And so I applied when I got out of college. I got accepted conditionally because I was missing some science classes. So I spent a year in community college doing my prereqs. And that was the only thing I knew about chiropractic when I went into school, is that I could still help kids and babies, and I could be a pediatric chiropractor, but I didn't know anything else. And I was like, well, we're just going to go, we're going to wing it, and we're going to learn the things. And I think that really worked well in my favor because I didn't have any preconceived notions of what it should be, what it was, what it could be. I was going in open-minded, and I was just there to learn the things and get out there and be that pediatric chiropractor, but I am not. I learned in school that isn't what I wanted to do. I do still have kids in my practice, but it's not a huge market that I see.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, in your practice, you see adults and children.
We say womb to tomb. I see everybody. Womb to tomb. So my pregnant mamas, my youngest patient was 4 days old.
Really?
Yes, I was seeing her mom prior to her getting pregnant, and then I saw her throughout her pregnancy. And when she left the hospital, she called me and she said, "We're on our way home. Will you meet us there to adjust the baby?" And she was like, "I need an adjustment." And so my youngest patient was 4 days old, and my oldest patient is currently 94. So,
Wow. So wait a minute. Did I hear you say she called you and said, "Meet me at the house"? So you office hours and you go to the house?
and I go to the
She
house.
go to the crib, y'all. She go to the crib. What? That is amazing. Amazing. Well, dog, that definitely sounds inspiring. The fact that you didn't have your original thought of chiropractic care was for a car accident
Yes.
and then it turned into something beautiful.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing. That's awesome. I got chill bumps. Goodness. That's a beautiful story. Goodness. Our next question is, what are some of the misconceptions about chiropractic care and how would you suggest, how would you address them?
So I think the biggest misconception is it's just about back pain. And that is not true at all. It's all about being proactive. The more proactive you are in your care, when something happens to you, you're less likely to be, I don't know, at a 10.
In pain.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And more like something manageable because your body knows what good and normal is. And so if your baseline is up here and you like get hurt, maybe you bounce back down here versus like baseline down here.
Right,
And yes. And so I think that's the biggest misconception. And then also people think that I've only found it really in the chiropractic profession. Like, if you have a bad adjustment, people write off all chiropractors. Like, all chiropractors are the same, never going back. But I always tell people, like, if you get a bad haircut, you got a bad dentist, you have a bad mechanic, do you quit doing those things or do you just find another one? And so I think that's also really important because not every chiropractor is the same and not every chiropractor is for you. You have to find the person who kind of like meets your energy and meets where you are, and you guys have maybe some kind of the same beliefs, because I tell people, whether you believe it or not, like, chiropractic is a transference of energy. I'm going to put my hands on you and we are transferring energy, you to me and me to you. If I don't like you or you don't like me, that is impacting your healing.
You hear that?
Because I'm putting my hands on you and I'm transferring this energy. So, yes, I think that's also another big misconception. Or I hear a lot like, I'm not going to the chiropractor because my grandmother's best friend's uncle's cousin went and now he's paralyzed. And I'm like, it really did you meet them? Like, are you sure
you heard that? Her mama, uncle now. Okay.
So I just think it's still like a scary area for people even in 2025, especially with the neck adjustments. But there are different ways to adjust somebody's neck, and it doesn't always have to be manual. And you should, your chiropractor should be asking you questions, or if you have concerns. And if it's still something you don't want to do, your chiropractor shouldn't pressure you into doing it. If they are, maybe you need a new chiropractor. And I tell people, if they don't want it done, it's your body and it's your journey. Like, I'm just here to help you facilitate that. So if that's not what you want, then we won't do that.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't went to the chiropractor and be like, man, this thing ain't work. This situation, all it did was bounce the table while I was laying on that little thing. I didn't feel much of a difference.
But I did that.
You did. You did. And I must say, I felt a difference, right? But I do think yet another reason why to have you on the podcast, because you mentioned something in paraphrase, relatability, right? Having someone that cares for you, that you feel comfortable with, because you're right, I'll write you off in a minute.
Yeah.
That didn't work. But I'm more willing. Forgive me. I am more willing to work with a person when I feel like I relate to, or they relate to me, right? So again, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really want that to be understood, and you telling us the right stuff, because.
And I think it's also about what you're looking for in your healthcare journey, because every chiropractor practices differently, and I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way to practice, because there's different kind of people out there. Everybody's looking for something different. And so you've got those chiropractors where you walk in and it's wham bam, thank you ma'am, you're in and out in 10 minutes. That's fine if that's what you're into. Or in my case, like, my appointment slots are an hour long and they are for you whether you think you need it or not. But it's also a really nice buffer if you're running late, or, whatever is happening. Or I've had a patient be scheduled and she calls and she's like, hey, I just got in a car accident. And I was like, well, we're going to have to go get some x-rays on you. So I'm going to need you to turn around and go to the x-ray place. But I had that buffer in there. And so she was able to go get her x-rays. And by the time she got back to me, I had them, and I still had time to adjust her. And so I think that works for me because I am a relationship builder. I'm first and foremost a relationship builder. I have noticed that the patients who aren't into we're just not for each other. Those patients that kind of want that in and out, they don't really see me as their person, because I'm trying to get to know you, and I'm not just trying to be nosy. I'm trying to get to know you, because then it also helps me notice when things are off and not right, which is why I also liked my mobile visits. My patient that had the baby that I went and I saw, I went to her house one day and she was like, oh, I guess I'm fine. Like, things are okay. And so we're talking. I'm in her house, and she happened to turn around and see the stairs, and she was like, oh, I did fall down the stairs a few days ago. And so being in her house, but knowing her and knowing, because I know you, like, knowing what questions to ask, I feel like that better helps me treat you. But again, if that's not what you're looking for, if you're not looking to have a conversation with somebody and just be in and out, that's totally fine. And maybe I'm not your girl. And I mean, I can get you in and out if that's also what you're looking for, but that doesn't fulfill me. And so, and I'm also not I'm just here to take your money. Like, I'm trying to pay my light bill, whatever. I'm really here to get to know my patients, and so I can know how to better treat them.
You heard that? She paying attention. When the last time you went to the doctor and your appointment was an hour? She paying attention. What we need. I don't know, but I don't went to the doctor. Maybe not a chiropractor, but I don't went to the doctor 15 minutes, and they came in, left, and well, we done. We finished.
You forgot to ask some of your questions.
Exactly. So the fact that your appointments are an hour, you take time to get to know who you're dealing with. So if that day was to ever arise, you can tell whether they're on it or they're off it. Like,
and even energy wise, yes, even energy wise, yeah.
As you said, you're sharing your energy.
Yeah.
And I'm more than certain you have to be protective of yourself,
yes,
in that too.
Yes.
But in order to protect yourself, you have to kind of know what to look for. But if you don't know the person because you hadn't spent time with her, you don't know what to look for. Right. Girl, listen. The doctor is saying she's paying attention. She's slowing things down.
Yes.
And wanting to get to know you, to be able to provide you the best care ever. I love that. God, I love that. That is awesome. Like, I know I've already had an appointment with her, and I got more appointments coming up. Trust. But just that she was patient with me, because I was a little. I might not have been. I ain't followed directions. I ain't fill out my paperwork in advance like she had asked me to. So, but she was patient with me. She didn't rush me. Hurry up, hurry up. What you need? It wasn't like that. She did.
But
So
we had time.
We had time.
If it was a 15-minute appointment, I would have been like, you owe me because you're kind of a no-show. And then you need to reschedule because I don't have time to see you because you didn't fill out your paperwork.
See?
But I got you. I got you.
See? I love that. Thank you so much. So let's see. My next question. I don't know why I take my glasses off to read them. Anyway, in your experience, what role does chiropractic care play in your overall wellness? And how does it complement other forms of healthcare? I mean, just like you said, the lady just had a baby, and then she come. I need an adjustment. My baby need an adjustment. Then her husband get an adjustment too. It was like a family affair that day.
I have a lot of families, so it is a family affair. Sometimes they bring in the whole family, and everybody gets adjusted. Yes. But in my personal life, it's kind of my first go-to. I remember the dog ran by me, and I bounced down 4 or 5 steps, and I literally sat on the bottom of the stairs, and I was like, I think I'm concussed. But my first visit was to my chiropractor. It's just it's the first place I go because one, I mean, I am in the profession. Like, I know I'm going to be heard. I can go and be like, hey, this is what happened, and that they're going to understand me. Versus, I wouldn't go to the ER and be like, I slipped down 4 flights of stairs. I think I'm concussed. They'd be like, why are you here taking up our time? No. So my chiropractor or my acupuncturist, those are usually step one for me when anything is kind of going down. If I feel like I'm coming down with something, I go get adjusted because chiropractic is great for your immune system. And so I usually
hold on, wait a minute. You just said if I feel like I'm coming down with something, like a cold or something.
Yes.
And you go get an adjustment.
Yes.
You can't just drop that statement and keep going.
You can't drop this. That is what I do when I feel like I'm coming down with something. And so for me, it usually jump starts that. And so then I do feel sick. But then it's your body working for you. I jump started the process instead of prolonging it and then maybe living like this for a week and then getting sick the next week. It kind of jump started, but I also feel like I get over it faster because again, chiropractic is not about back pain. We are affecting your nervous system, and your nervous system affects absolutely everything, every cell, every organ that is like functioning in your body. And if it's not working correctly, you are not working correctly. So it's what I do. If I feel like I'm coming down with something, I go get adjusted. If I've had a headache for a few days, I go get adjusted. It just, yeah. It's so I do practice what I preach. If I am telling my patients, like, this is something that you should be doing, it is what I go do. Granted, don't come to me and be like, I think I broke my arm. I can't help you with that. Go to the ER. And so I think another misconception is people think that chiropractors don't believe in the medical system, which I think there's a time and a place for everything. And so is the medical system the first place I run? No, because I think our medical system is very broken. But I think there is a time and a place for it. There's a time and a place for vaccines if that's what you're into. I'm not saying do it or don't do it. That is your personal choice. And I don't ever push my personal choices on my patients. Medication wise, do it, don't do it. But you better believe if I'm about to die, or in a horrible car accident, don't send me to my chiropractor, send me to the hospital. So, and I mean, every chiropractor has their own kind of thoughts, their philosophy. And I am more just like, there's a time and a place for everything. I'm not for or against really. Well, I am, but I'm not going to push that on my patients. If you want to have a conversation about it, we can talk about it and I can tell you my point of view or what I think or what I choose for me. But at the end of the day, this is you and your health journey and you have to do what's best for you. But the most powerful thing is being informed. There is nothing more powerful than an informed patient. And so even going to your medical doctors and being informed and knowing what you want and not letting them talk you into anything is a very powerful thing. And so that's what I try to help my patients with, is to be informed so they can make the best decisions for themselves.
Yes, taking our power back.
Mhm.
It is, I feel like wellness is resistance, right?
Yeah.
Resistance to the fact that, without going into the soliloquy, but resistance to the fact that, one, we're not even supposed to be here eating the foods that we eat, and we know that the foods that we eat affects the body,
Yeah.
right? So if I'm doing well, that means I'm able and capable to do so much more. So I love that, the fact that chiropractic care, it sounds like it complements every area
Yeah.
that medically, right? Even it almost, you said a headache. I got a headache. Crack, crack. I'm going to get an adjustment. I feel a cold coming on because the immune system, crack, crack. You said you go get an adjustment. So inside, and when I say inside and outside, of course, we're not talking about skin wise, but we're talking about emotionally and physically. You're saying that chiropractic care makes a difference.
It does.
What?
I mean, didn't you feel better after you got adjusted? Get a little pep in your step.
I did. I didn't even go lie to you. I did. But to think of it, go get an adjustment because I got a cold. What? No. Like, no, I never thought of it like that. So, wow.
And even so, people ask like how often you should get adjusted, when you should get adjusted, and I usually tell them, you listen to your body. Like, your body gives you a little cue that something is not right, and it's when we ignore that cue, the cue gets louder and louder and louder. And so when I first met my husband, he had never been adjusted. I introduced him to chiropractic. And so then he kind of discovered that the longer that I wasn't adjusted, my little cue was I wasn't able to sleep and I got a little moody. And so his nice way of saying things would be like, how long has it been since you've been adjusted? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And he's like, maybe you should go do that for yourself. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe. And then off I am to the chiropractor. But it makes you feel good all around. And I tell people, it's like my reset. I wasn't sleeping well. I'm kind of moody. You're moody because you're not sleeping well. And you go and you get adjusted, and it's just like a reset to the body. And
that's like the reset button. I love that. Oh, yeah, I'm buying it. What? A reset button.
It's a reset button.
I love that. Oh man, I love that. That yes, that just got a reset button. You're onto something. I'm telling you, you're onto something. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Now, can you walk us through? I think this is where I'm going to put the video. Can you walk us through what a first-time visit to a chiropractor office might look like and what someone new should expect?
Well, again, it's different for everybody. Some chiropractors, you go in, you have your initial, you sit and you chit chat, they do x-rays, and then you go away, you schedule another appointment, you come back the next day, they tell you what everything means, you sign up for their plan, and then you get adjusted. I am more of a just on the first day, first visit kind of gal, and I don't normally take x-rays unless there's something in the intake that I'm really concerned about, or if a patient discloses that in a consult, or if they have their own x-rays, I'm like, cool, maybe we should get, how old were these? Maybe we should retake them. And so my first visit is really sitting and again getting to know you. Like, what do you do? Are you sitting all day? Are you standing all day? Tell me about your day, how it kind of works. And then, of course, a lot of us sit all day, and you mentioned you like to sit like this all day. Yeah. And so, again, it gives me more insight. And then I look at your posture, you get on the table, and I essentially just let your body do the talking. And um, sometimes I think, which sounds a little woo woo, but again, I'm into it. Sometimes I just go based off intuition. Like, sometimes I feel something or hear something, which again, it sounds woo woo, but I follow that gut feeling and adjust something maybe that I don't normally adjust, or something that's not in my like rotation of adjusting. And it makes a huge difference. And then somebody will say, how did you know that? I didn't even mention that my jaw hurt or whatever it was. And I'm just like, I, I went with it. Like, it's what I felt, it's what I thought I needed to look at, and so I went with it. So I really like to listen to what the body is telling me. And that first visit is also really great because even though, like, I've had patients that have never been adjusted that have seen me, and patients that have been adjusted since birth that come to see me, but usually when you're on the table the first time, patients are usually quiet, and so then I can be more in tune to what I'm doing and listening and trying to figure out what's going on. But the more we get to know each other, then adjustments become more chatty, and so then it takes me a little bit to focus. But people also have patterns, and so I'm also following patterns, but then I'm also like, something's not right, something's off, something's different. What'd you do this weekend? What happened? Did you have any falls? Did you? And that's when they're like, oh, XYZ happened, or I don't know, I went jet skiing or snowboard.
Holiday.
You never know, it was Labor Day weekend. So, you just, and that's just how I work and how I operate. And it's worked for me. And again, it's not for everybody, but the patients that I have, I think they like me. They keep coming back. And so, it's what I go with.
And how long have you been a chiropractor?
9 years.
So she know what she doing. In other words, she know what she talking about. 9 years, and it works. You use your intuition, your energy. It's a lot of you that goes into
each
session.
Yes.
What you do, girl, to safeguard yourself?
I don't even know. I think at the end of the day, I am really exhausted because it's like an outpouring of so much energy. And so the days that are really hard for me is when I have a lot of new patients, because it is that like outpouring of, here's all of my energy, and then I'm also taking on your stuff. And so those are the days when I walk out of my office and I shut the door and I'm like, I'm spent. I don't want to talk to anybody else. I just need to like sit and decompress myself because it was just a lot. I think, yes, I should focus more on me and protecting my energy, but I think I'm more concerned about the energy that I'm putting onto patients. And so I don't, which I've done it a few times and it makes me feel off, but I try not to go in and adjust a patient if I'm anxious or if I'm really stressed, because again, that may change the way you perceive your adjustment. And so I never want a patient to leave my office not feeling stellar. Like Mother Teresa said, or I think it was Mother Teresa said, somebody said it, but your patient should leave. You should always, something about, it's actually on my website and I don't know what the quote is, but they should leave better than how they felt coming in. And that's really what I want. I wouldn't want a patient to leave feeling worse than what they came in.
Website. Right now. Yes. Yeah. And we'll get to that because I definitely want to make sure we know how to exactly find you. Because we don't want to be driving in circles in
No,
Northeast Colorado.
no.
So let's see. I think I asked you everything. Oh, tips and tricks, tips and exercises. That's my favorite part.
Is it your favorite part? Do you do
Yay.
your exercises and your stretches? Have you been doing the one I gave you?
You gave me one? Oh, snap. I don't recall that part of the session, Doc.
You remember when you're sitting like
Oh,
this?
yes,
Yeah,
you told
yeah,
me to leave.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
I have. So tips and exercises that you suggest. She did suggest that I do one. I actually did it. I only did it with one leg. But I did do it. I did. So what tips and tricks and exercises do you suggest people do to just kind of keep their spine body? Because you just said your body, not even just your back, right? Your body in alignment, energy wise, and just feeling good.
Moving,
Movement.
because movement is life. And we've become so stagnant. We sit in our chair, we look at our computer, we're like gremlins on the couch with our cell phones. We're like slouched in bed. Like, yes. Movement, getting up, taking a walk around the block after dinner, which is it's great for your digestive system.
Yeah, I call those fart walks.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Get around, get your body moving. I recommend getting up if you sit at a desk all day, getting up every hour. If you're drinking enough water, you'll probably pee every hour anyway. So get up, move your body, do a little stretch, give your body some love. And I think what we also forget is we do a lot of things that round us out. We don't do things that open us up. And so I think that is also important. We don't want to, again, we don't want to be like little gremlins, get the little hump, the old lady hump on your back. We don't want that. We want to open things up, stand in a doorway like this and kind of lean forward, open up your chest, open up your pecs. So,
oh, that's what this is?
yes. So
Okay.
just get up and move your body.
Move
do a little dance. Yes.
Move your body.
Get up, do the YMCA, do the worm, do the wave, running man, whatever you're into, or whatever the new dance craze is. Just get up and move.
And if you hurt yourself, visit 42clickschiro.com.
Yes, yes.
Schedule an appointment, right? Whether you hurt yourself or not, it sounds like chiropractic care is for your whole body.
Yes.
Inside and out. And it actually complements every form of medicine that, other medical areas in your life. I'm just fascinated. You said the pregnant lady had a baby. She came and she went to the crib. She was like, meet me at the crib. She had the baby. The crack, you crack the baby.
No, you don't crack babies. You don't crack babies. And that's another misconception, that babies get adjusted like adults do, and they do not. They're so pliable. They're so bendy. It just takes a finger. You just push on them. Yeah. Yeah, there's no crack with the babies. No crack. No, like no. Like, yes, yes. And again, there's so many forms of chiropractic. There's practitioners that do, it's called non-osseous adjusting. So no non-bone osseous bone adjusting, and it's all energy work. They may not even touch you. It's just energy work. Yeah, and that is great for unblocking things, unlocking things. It's a very emotional experience. And so again, you have to find what it is that suits you.
You do that?
I don't.
What else you do, Doc?
Acupuncture. Got some needles.
So she gonna crack and stick you with acupuncture.
And then I have a doctorate in nutrition.
And she gonna have to get your food right. I'm gonna have to holler at you about that one because we need to be eating right too. Oh my gosh. So chiropractic care, acupuncture, and nutrition. You just well-rounded, ain't you, Doc?
I try. I'm sure there's some other things out there but I can't do it all. I can't do it all. So, I try to stay in my little realm, but that's what referrals are for. And even if you eventually are like, all right, doc, like, I think we've plateaued. Maybe this isn't working for me. Let me help you find somebody else. I am not offended if I am not the girl for you. Let me help you find somebody else, because everyone, I think that chiropractic should be affordable and it's for everyone. Chiropractic should not be a luxury. It is something that we all need in our life. And so let me help you find somebody who better suits you, who has a different technique. Are you looking for something more gentle? Whatever it is, I know somebody. And if I don't know somebody, I know somebody who knows somebody. So I am all about helping in any way that I can, even if it's not me helping you personally, directly. Yes.
I love that. So wait, you do chiropractic care, acupuncture, nutrition. Do you take insurance?
I do not. So
It's
I am
cash only.
I'm all cash. I'm all cash. And I will a lot of it, I understand insurance is expensive and people want to use their insurance. I am a one woman show. I don't want to be dealing with somebody's insurance company. And also insurance, like, they make it so hard on us. They make it so hard and they don't really want to pay us right. And I don't have the bandwidth for it. And I also think in today's insurance kind of world, they dictate who we can and cannot see. And so I feel like an insurance company, whether you're in network or out of network, if that's where you want to go, they should pay for you to go there, because it's your money. You're paying them. Yes. And so I just don't think that an insurance company should dictate care. And so I don't want to put up with their nonsense. So I don't take insurance, but if you want to submit to your insurance and they allow for that, I will give you a super bill. It'll have all the codes that you need on there. You submit it for insurance. Usually if you've met your deductible, they'll reimburse you. If you have an FSA or an HSA card, I could take that as long as it has a Visa, MasterCard, whatever logo on it. And that's fine. But I am not in the network with the insurance. We're not doing the insurance.
Okay. So full body care. I'm telling you, the whole pregnant lady just that whole gosh, dang, full body care. You complement your care, chiropractic care complements other areas of medical care, helps you with your immune system. Um, it's a it's about energy, making sure that you find the right fit. I mean, and then you can help with acupuncture. I mean, like seriously, this is all the way around, from head to toe.
Yes.
Full body care. I love that, and it's right, and you're right here in the spring. So tell everybody, where can we find you? How can we find you? Appointment wise? Are you on social media or on the internet?
I'm on the social media. I'm not big with the social media, so I don't even know when my last post was. Maybe last week, 2 weeks ago. I don't know. But on social media, I'm 42 Clicks Chiro. You can find me at 42clickschiro.com. Yeah, that you can.
And Clicks is spelled with a K.
Yes. The number 42, KLICKS, CHIRO.com. That's where I'm at. You can learn more about me, my address, my socials, my email, whatever. You can book. All the prices are on my booking site. So, it's a pick your own adventure. So pick your fancy and we'll go from there.
Yes, I love it. Make sure you pick your fancy too, because it sounds like whatever you pick, it will be truly helpful to you. So again, thank you so much for coming and visiting us.
Thank you for having me.
For sure, I hope to have you back, because I got to talk to you about acupuncture and nutrition. What? Yes, I will definitely be reaching out to you. I'll have my people call your people.
Yes.
My people are me. I don't know.
My people are me, because the dog doesn't answer the phone. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're not great assistants,
At
but we
all.
like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have one more question.
Yes.
Grits, sugar or salt?
Sugar.
Oh Lord, God, we're gonna have to have another conversation. She put what y'all think? Grits. Let's all go. I'm in the mood.
You're
I'm in the
salt?
mood.
You do
Yes.
salt?
Salt and pepper and add a little. I put garlic on everything.
No. The only time I do salt and pepper on grits is if we're doing shrimp and grits.
No,
Yeah.
no. See, we're gonna have to argue all the time. Don't mind us. Again, thank you so much for visiting us here at Black Wellness Exchange. Please feel free to come back and subscribe and all of the things podcast wise. I'm on YouTube, Black Wellness Exchange. I'm new to this, forgive me. But yes, thank you so much. You guys have a good day.